Time to talk a little real estate news. All right, I have the current data here with me, and we're going to look at some of the big statistics right now. Well, the median home price is sitting at $450,000. That's actually pretty stable from last month, but our peak was at $482,000 back in May. So we're seeing a downward trend, but the last 2 months were pretty flat. So I'm wondering, are we starting to see that leveling off? A little too soon to tell. But right now we are at least watching it. We have 2 months that are even. So if you look at the graph, you will see that. All right, we also see that we have an increase in availability, which means there are new homes on the market. So if you're looking at the graph of availability, we now have 4 months of supply. So you'll see this steep, huge increase of available homes. We've been at this number before, you'll see that on the graph, but how high are we gonna go? What is the Vegas market able to sustain in terms of people putting their homes on the market? I always thought that because of the low interest rates that people capitalized on when the market was in the pandemic, and then obviously we saw the increase in rates over time, but it really just happened all of a sudden. All those people who purchased back in that time are really sitting on some very affordable payments. And as long as they can keep making payments on their homes, then we should stay okay. However, if we see homes and families go into foreclosure due to not being able to make their payments, then that would be something that didn't happen when people thought it was gonna happen. And now it may happen a little bit after the fact because of our high interest rates, which are triggering this event. The other thing that I would like to mention is the number of new listings is pretty high in comparison. And the reason is a lot of people are putting their homes on the market hoping to capitalize on these higher prices. So that is increasing the inventory. The number of units sold is sitting at 2,030, and that's at all-time low for the last 3 months. Pretty much it's been about the same. That is what's allowing the market to increase. We've got more homes coming on the market, less homes are selling. That's obviously due to the interest rates being much higher. Buyers are kind of experiencing this wait and see moment, and we're seeing this happen in all the numbers. Where are we going to stable out at? Don't know. Are we going to? Who knows? Depends on rates right now. As long as the feds are still hiking the rates, and if we go above 7%, I think buyers are gonna stay on the sidelines a little bit. People still buy and sell, and there's all kinds of reasons. There's creative programs out there right now, which we have to be careful because there are some creative ones that are not necessarily good for you. So don't necessarily fall into that trap, and we would love to educate you on that. However, there are some ways to work through this market and get the best possible situation. I personally see some buying opportunity out there for folks. If you're willing to not marry that rate, meaning don't worry about the rate today, you'll deal with that at a different time, we could then possibly negotiate hard on getting lower closing costs and getting the price down for you. And that may be a better situation over time. If the payment's $100 or $200 more a month, is that really a big deal over the longevity? What if rates go up and one day we're sitting at like it was in the 80s, like in the 20% range? I mean, I don't think we're gonna get there. However, I don't know. I mean, how do you really know what's going to happen? We've been on this steady increase. I would say most of the data out there says that this may last for a couple years where we'll stay like this. Elections come up and things like that, but it really is kind of a wait and see, and I get that, but we can't always wait and see when it comes to real estate. People buy and sell all the time. So if you do have some needs in real estate, we want to help you navigate that. Make sure you give us a call because we strategize with our clients. The other thing that I want to mention is days on market. So on days on market, we are sitting at 25 days right now, And that is getting back to, say, 2019, 2020 numbers of what it was like to sell a home. Now, what you'll notice on this graph is that it is peaking up, literally going straight up. So what are we going to see in the next month or coming up? I have a feeling that days on market will be a little bit higher than 25 in the near future. This means that sellers can expect that their home is going to take a little longer to sell. If it's move-in ready, it may sell quickly because it's highly desirable. If it needs some work or it's overpriced, the buyers are not going to show up. So we need to have a plan in place if we're trying to sell right now and what that will look like, and be prepared for it to sit a little longer than we would normally expect, because we are on one extreme to the next. Literally 5 months ago, it was completely different than it is today. So we have to be on our toes and pivot quickly. If you have any questions about real estate, feel free to give us a call. We love helping. We love strategizing. We're friendly. We're trustworthy. We want to be here for you. And if we can help, we're going to help. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Like our channel because it helps us grow. And also subscribe. All right, have a great day.